Hey there everyone, Ultragamer 64 here, and I'm gonna be talking about school today. I started school 2 days ago, so this is why the topic came up. I'm just gonna be giving some of my experiences with school, why it's important, what you should expect if you're starting middle school, high school. I don't know anything about college, so I can't give any advice on that. But anyway, let's just dive in. If you are going from the elementary school, that's like grade school. It's pretty much grades like 1 through 4 or 5 or 6 in some schools. If you're moving from then on to middle school, which could be, at my school, it's like grade 5 to 8. That's my middle school. Like in that range, 5 to 8, grade 5 to 8. If you're going into middle school, then what you can basically expect is nothing really different from grade school that was before. There's nothing really different about it. It's just like you're just getting older, really. You make some more friends, but if you're like me, you try to stay away from that. But you make a few more friends. Obviously the work's gonna get harder. Of course it will. The tests and everything get harder. You lose a few friends that you had when you were younger, because you start to change a bit, like your interests, your dislikes, your likes, the way that you act, the way that you look, everything like that, you start to change. So you lose some friends, gain some friends, and that's really the only difference besides difficulty. Now, moving on from middle school to high school, that's where the big changes pretty much happen. In my school anyway, it's grades 9 through 12 is high school. I'm not sure about other schools. In other schools it might be, for example, grade 8 to 12. I'm not really sure. But in my school, it's 9 to 12. But, I know this sounds kind of cliche, but you start to find yourself in high school, if that... I know it sounds stupid, but you really do. You, scrap all of the friends that are mean to you and don't treat you right and everything, and you start to build up better and new friends. I'm not sure about any of you, but some people at my school, started dating in high school, for example. Just a lot of stuff starts to happen. The work obviously gets harder, tests get harder, everything gets harder. You start getting more busy, if you're like me, using me as an example. I've got work after school. I've got 6 hours of school from 7:30 up until 30-ish. So I've got 6 hours of school, then 2 hours after that I've got work, and then I normally get home around 10. So I've really only got about 3-4 hours to myself. So if you're like me, and in high school with a job, and even doing sports and all that, you really don't have much time to do anything. But don't worry, that'll change later on. You'll be able to figure out a different kind of schedule to make it work for you and your personal schedule and needs and wants that you want to do. Now obviously, as I said, I'm not in college, so I can't really talk about college, but now I'm going to share some personal experiences with you. I currently am, and I came from schools that focus heavily on sports, and if you don't like sports, I know there are a lot of schools like this. If you don't like sports, then you're an outcast. You're way out there, alright? That's basically what my schools were like. I'm not going to tell you my school because I don't want to be found and killed by any of you guys. No offense. I'm sure you guys wouldn't do that, but there's always that chance of that one guy. Anyways, my school's like that. It's heavily focused on sports. And there's a lot of sports players, jocks, all that kind of stuff. And if you don't play sports, you're kicked to the side. You're out. I mean, it's hard to find friends at my school, to be honest, that are like me. So that's basically why I tend to avoid making friends in my school. I try to make friends outside of school. I've pretty much been, I wouldn't say bullied, but bullied, kind of, in a way. Just because of me playing video games, liking anime, manga, movies, everything. Just because I didn't play sports, I was picked on. That's pretty much why. And that's something you have to expect too. Everyone's gonna get bullied at some point. But it will stop eventually. Or if it doesn't, you just gotta kind of make it stop. But the bullying didn't last for me too long. It pretty much stopped after the 4th grade. But if you're different, then you're gonna have a bit of a harder time. Because kids won't accept you most of the time. You gotta work at that. Like, I found with my experience, don't give up on what you like just because of other people. Don't ever do that. That ain't cool. Because I gave up on video games at one point and tried playing sports. It didn't work out. It did not work. So, don't try to be something you're not just because of other people. I eventually went back to video games. I made YouTube, which my very first channel, it sucked. Back when I was like in 7th grade, had a squeaky voice, everything. But I loved it. It made me something that I am now. It helped me out, really. I got about 50 subscribers on it. I wasn't big at all. I was very littly known. But it still made me feel good to be able to make videos for people just like me. And that really helped me through school. Video games helped me through school. Movies helped me. Anime, manga, everything. It just helped me through school, knowing that I could do what I love after school and not have to worry about sports or other after-school clubs or anything like that. I didn't care. I still don't care. I come home and I play video games. I don't care. Like, people always ask me, why don't you hang out with anybody? Why don't you go to parties? Why don't you play sports? I just don't care. And if you're like me, you shouldn't either. Do what you love. Do what you love. Always. Never stray from that. Yeah, I don't care to hang out with friends or anything. But, yeah, getting back on point, I came from schools that were very heavily focused on sports. You'll get some teachers like this every once in a while. Like, there's some teachers that are sports coaches that will treat you differently. Even they do it. It's not just the kids. It's the teachers also. They will treat you differently if you don't play sports. Yeah, I know. It sucks. And then you've got the teachers that are like older and teach the way that their teachers taught, and it's just boring and really, really hard to sit through for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes at a time. It is really, really boring. And then you get the newer teachers, like the ones that are in their 20s and 30s. They're really fun. They teach new ways. They use technology. All that. They're really cool. So try to find teachers like that if possible. Join those extra classes, because normally they'll have more of the newer teachers. Like technology classes, they're not going to have old people teachers that are like 50 and 60 years old. It's not going to happen. You'll get the young, fun teachers that use technology and everything like that. So aim more for those classes. Like, major advice, just get through it. Just try to get through it the best you can. If you play sports, good for you. Have fun. But if you're more like me and you like video games, you're picked on every once in a while, just try to get through it. Use video games as a reason to be happy and do good in school. That's what I use. I use video games as a way to stay happy and get through school and everything. That's what I encourage you guys to do. And, any closing remarks or anything? Let me think real quick. No, I don't think I have anything. So anyway, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want more of this kind of content, I can definitely find more topics to talk about. So anyway, guys, I will see you in a later video. If you like the content and the commentary, please be sure to leave a like, a comment, and maybe even subscribe. You can also follow me at the links below on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.